2 days ago. We haven't met for a while.
Oh, I know.
School problem. Number of people in our school. You remember that problem? I hope upon hope you have not lost your problem.
I lost it.
I'm really hoping, because I would hate to have to have you copy it again. I know how that's hard work.
I can do it again. I can do what I did like that. I finished. I did it in the box.
But we're not going to take the box out quite yet. So see what you can remember.
What do you think I can? Can I copy and do it over again?
All right. Well, we're waiting for the board to dry.
Are we gonna?
Should be any minute.
Are we gonna check the answer together, or are we gonna check it with?
We're going to check. Oh, well, let me talk about that for a minute.
What if we're finished?
If you would sit flat, I'd really appreciate it. And if you would sit flat, I'd really appreciate it. And I hope everybody's in a good learning place. And let's see.
This one?
Okay, here's a question for everybody. Set your pencils down. Very nice. Now, I've got two people that are still not looking up here. I hope that they're going to look up so that we can talk together before we work. Good. Okay, you're going to have to just stop for a second because we need to focus. Now, let me tell you how we work here. We work and work and work and work, and then everybody kind of works on their own, right? And then where do we learn?
The board?
At the board. So if you come to me and you say, well, Mr. Gardner, is this right? I'm thinking, wait a minute. That's not where we're going to learn right here. We're going to learn on the board. So what we're going to do is we're going to have people come up and we're going to show what they think and we're going to discuss it, and that's the way we learn. Because we always learn at the whiteboard. Right. So I might give you a little hint as I walk around, but I'm not going to walk around giving out answers. So if you come to me for answers and say, Mr. Gardner, is that right or wrong? You think I'm going to tell you?
Mom always does.
No. So,
My mom always says, don't doubt yourself.
right. But somebody like Annie will be coming up, she'll explain it to everybody, and then everybody will say either it makes sense or it doesn't make sense, right? And that's the way that we work. So the board's dry, and now we're ready to start. Now, let's review. If we could have Brendan, if you could read me the problem. Oh, it's almost dry here.
I can read it to you.
What is the problem? Let's have Brendan read the problem.
Yeah.
Yes. Just tell me the problem. You have it on your piece of paper?
I can read it to
You don't
you.
have that. Jimmy, what's the problem?
How many children are in 8 classes if 28 are in each one?
28 in each class, right?
There are 8 classes with...
You know, I didn't call on you yet. Jimmy, what's the rest of it?
How many children are in 8 classes?
8 classes?
Yeah.
18.
Oh, 18.
18 classes. 28 in each class, and there are 18 classes. How many in all, right? So I'm shortening up the question, but that's the basic question that we're dealing with. How many in all? Is that right? You agree? Okay. And then we ask you to give us 3 things. We ask you to give us an equation, an array, and what was the last one? Thank you. Okay, now, what we'd like to do is we'd like to have 3 people come up, and I'm going to just pick the names, and they're going to put their, whenever you work at the board, put your magnetic names up. Put your magnetic names up, and whether you're finished or not, you just put whatever you think. If you haven't, if you How many people are done with this problem? You're ready to talk. How many people are not done with the problem? You need a little more time to think it through. Oh, well, tell you what, we'll talk a little bit first, and maybe that'll help you think it through. So, let's see. Let's have Annie talk about the equation. Who's really good on arrays? Let's have Sam do the array, and who's good at the computation? Are you good at the computation? Okay, we'll have Emily do the computation. So come on, get your magnetic name and put your answer underneath the word. Just pick what you think is the best way. Yes. That's a lot of computation. Let's watch what they do. Just put whatever you think at this point. We'll see in a minute.
Down what they did.
Let's find out if it's right or not, and then we'll write it down. We don't want to write down wrong answers. Yeah.
So you're going to be a movie star.
An equation always goes sideways. So it's something times something equals something.
Okay. You're going to be popular.
Well, we're going to help you with it. Yeah, we're going sideways. Just write it sideways. Hold the chalk like this at an angle. Break it, doesn't do it. It's holding it at an angle like this. This won't make any sound. Just hold it like this. Don't hold it like this. Hold it like this. Jimmy, are you coming up? Are you coming up? Nicholas, what are you doing?
I'm trying to move it up the binder because everything fell out.
All right, you know, we're going to have to do that later because we're doing it right in the middle of things.
It's all over the floor.
Okay, well, just put it up in your cubby and I'll give you time at the end. You can do it during typing.
Second. This is binder.
Mr. D, can I erase this and put it up higher because I need more
You can erase
the array?
the word array.
I'll just write it. Mr. Z, want me to go help him?
I think Ethan's helping him. I think Lucas is helping him. What a time to clean your notebook. No, he's okay. Oh yeah, you don't have to figure it out. You just put it in the box. That's all. That's all computation. That's all. That's it. That's it. Don't worry about that. You don't have to do the answer. You don't need the answer. So it's easy. How high are you going? All right, Nicholas.
I'll go.
Just set it in your cubby and come on up. All right. Are those all 28s? All right. Let's have everybody sit down. We'll have Annie come up, then we'll have Sam, and then we'll have Emily. So everybody can sit and just watch, and we'll talk. Now, everybody set your pencils down. How many of you felt like this was a hard problem? How many people felt like it was a middle problem? How many people felt like it was a too easy problem? All right. That gives me a little information. That's all I need to know. Annie, come up and talk to us about equations. Have you had equations before? You have? Yeah. Okay. And what do you remember about equations? There's one person that has his pencil moving, and you can't do that when somebody's talking. You have to be respectful of Annie here. What do you remember?
Equations go sideways.
Equations go sideways. That's very true. They usually go sideways. And 28 times 18. 28 groups of 18. Okay? And she has a box there. Does that look like the right equation? You guys don't think this is the right equation, do you?
Maybe.
Anthony, do you think that's the right equation?
Yeah.
Anthony agrees with you. Who else agrees? Who does not agree? Who had something else? What about this equation?
That was.
What about that one? How many vote on the first one? Annie's. How many vote on the second one? Mr. Gardner's. How many say it doesn't make any difference? Okay. And Katrina, what have you learned before about equations?
I've learned that either way they are, it's the same equation.
It's the same answer.
Same answer.
Same answer, right?
And that says 28 plus 8.
Same answer.
28 minus.
Does it make any difference which you multiply, 28 times 18 or 18 times 28?
Well, what Katrina said, I disagree, because what I do is I do 18 on the bottom, and 20 on the top, then you'd add it up, and then you'd get the answer, and then if you do it a different way, you'll get a different answer, because you have to multiply.
What do you say to that?
That's not what I said.
Oh, she doesn't.
He said it'll be the same answer either way.
I said either way, like 28, 18, 18,
Yeah, well,
28.
What she's saying is that if you multiply 28 times 18, you're going to get some number. And if you multiply 18 times 28, Katrina's saying you get the same number. You don't agree with that?
No, because some people, they do it different way, not sideways, but they do it down, and they add it up, and you can get different answers.
Okay. What do you say?
I think Katrina's is the right one, but I just think that either way, like sometimes if you do 18 times 28, it'll be like a harder way, but 28 times 18, it'll be an easier way. But I think that you can get the same answer.
So you agree with Katrina?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I say that Katrina.
Because if you multiply 2 times 4, it equals what?
8.
8. But is 4 times 2, what does that equal?
8. So
that sort of proves whose point. And if you picked up a pencil, set it down. Yeah, it looks like Katrina's right. So, okay. Well, we're going to think about your idea. Maybe your idea will show up later on, but at this point, now this means that, doesn't this mean 28 groups of 18? Or 18 groups of 28? Which is this problem? 28 groups of 18 or 18 groups of 28? Nicholas, is it 28 groups of 18
no,
or 18 groups of 28?
18 groups of 28.
It's 18 groups of 28, right? So actually this one would be a little bit closer if you think about it that way. It's not 28 groups, is it? It's 18 groups. If there was 28 groups, it'd be 28 classes with 18 in each class.
That's the same answer though.
But it's the same answer. That's Katrina's rule. All right, very good. So we've learned a little bit about equations here. And do you have to have the answer when we ask for an equation?
No.
Annie, what do you say?
No.
No, you don't have to have the answer. You can just put a square, or you could do this. You could go 18 times 28 equals, just put a line there. That shows that there's going to be a number coming in there. But to get the number, you have to do this part over here. All right, Sam, you're up.
She said there are 18 classes and 28 kids in each class. I did 2 rows of 9 squares, and each square stands for a class. And I did, so there's 9 here, 9, and then 2 up there.
18 classes, 28 in each class, 18 groups of 28. Hey, that fits with that. Okay, that's one way to do an array. Does anybody do a different array? Can you show yours? Gabby, how'd you do yours?
On the board?
Well, just on your paper. Oh, you did that. Come up and let's talk about your way. Her way was this way. What'd you write over here? And what'd you write up here?
28 over here.
28.
5 minutes.
18. How many of you did that?
I did except I go upstairs and go.
All right. Could anybody put these up and show how this would work? Can you do that? Nicholas, can you do that? That'd be great. Because then I can use these great magnetic things I've got.
These are each 100, right?
This is 100,
And this is
and it's 10 across the top. It's like the things that we used yesterday.
So, what about that? This is like 20, so.
If you picked up a pencil, set it down because he's showing you a quick way to do this.
1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28.
28, okay.
Alright, that's
So is it 28 from here down? 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Right now. Let's do 18 on this side. 1, 2, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18. And then you do the same thing down.
You know, I've got, I don't think I have enough to fill all these in, but I've got close. We could fill that in that way, couldn't we?
Yeah. No, that's too much. This is only 8. And then only 8 squares. This is 10.
Oh, okay.
18.
So we need how many here? Let's see.
There's 8 over here.
8, so it's not 20. Okay, 1.
We need
I'm gonna run out of things here.
You could use 100 and then like cover up 2 with paper or something.
Or you could just use these.
Well, I don't have, I'll tell you what I could do. We could draw them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And over here I would need,
Or you could just do this way and 8 here. So you could just like.
well, this is 10. This No, like, it only goes 8.
Sorry.
Actually, we could cover it up. Whose idea was that?
That was me.
That was a good idea. Let's do 10. Let's see, this is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got to cover up two rows on the bottom. Like that. And I've got to cover up how many on the other side? Huh?
Only need 2.
And I've got to cover up 2 rows over here, right? So this is this is squishier, so it's a little tighter. All right. So this is 18 groups of 28.
And you could just do that same thing with this one.
I knew something like that had happened. Oh, you want to do the same thing there? Okay. Nicholas, you're making life fun here for us. Whoa,
That's a lot of paper.
he's going wild. Okay.
This can't be right here. Right?
Well, we could do the same thing at the top here, couldn't we?
Yes. And then the same thing down here.
Well, let's not do that, but to make it look the same, let's do this.
Yeah, but make it look the same. This is the odd one.
That's true. Okay, so we're just doing 8 here, so let's cover that. Okay, let's stop there. Now, where are the classrooms here in this picture? Show me a whole classroom. Is it this right across here?
No, this.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that a class?
No, that's 18 classes.
Oh,
These things are classes.
this is a class. So here's a class here. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a class right there. Where's the next class?
The next row.
The next row. There's another class sitting there. Oh, there's Jimmy right there. See, he's right in that class. Okay. And where's the next class? Okay, that's somebody next door. Where's the next class? That's somebody
3 and
upstairs.
4.
Where's the next class? And we keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. And we get all the classes in the school. Does that look like the number of kids there are in this school?
I bet there's so this is 200 and 8 times 10. That's 280. We got 280. It's another 160.
Well, how many is in one of these? How many is in this thing right here? This is, oh, you know what? I'll bet people could figure out how many we have by just
That's
using
what I
this
did.
right here.
That's what I did.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Everybody, don't use computation. Just use your picture, and we're going to give you...
I know the answer.
How many of you know the answer? Based on this.
No.
Wait.
We'll see.
Well, this is 100, right? How many's in here? 100. How many's in here? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. How many's in here? 8 over this way and 8 this way.
8 times
What's 8 times 8?
64.
There's 64 there.
Yes?
What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's 8 times 10?
80.
So there's 80 over there. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. What's this one? 80. Okay, add them up and figure out how many people are in the school.
I know around 500.
Around 500? Figure it out. Go. We don't want to round. We want to know the exact number. Yes, you can use the calculator in your mind. In your mind. You can add those up. Come on, you guys all know addition.
Office people in my mind.
Yes, absolutely. No, there's not an Office Depot. You have Staples in your mind.
I did the same thing.
Wait, one I need
Don't tell anybody yet.
They saw the same stuff.
Did you add all those up?
No.
Okay, add them up.
I can't see it.
Sorry.
Calculator at 3D. No, it's really reminding me.
Write the number down when you have it.
Oh my god.
Add them up. Did you add them up? How many people in our school?
584. I don't know what this is.
Anthony, you have a number? Add them up. Hello? Add them up.
I got the answer.
Tell your neighbor the answer you came up with and see if you guys agree. See if each pair agree.
584. Ow. It's 504. It's 504. You added it wrong, Katrina. You're right. See, I'll show you. You're not allowed to add it. You added it on paper. If you want to.
Didn't you add those up? 3 times 8 is 24.
This eraser yours? But I got it.
Okay, everybody, what's the answer? How many kids in our school? Call it out.
504.
Okay, 100 plus 100 is 200, right? You have to add 100, 120. This 28 doesn't count. 80, 64. We don't count this 18. 80 and 80. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you got to add the 64 in. Let's see. What's 3 times 8 is 24 plus 6 would be 30. Did you get 504? Good. Okay. Click your paper back in your notebook. New problem tomorrow. Thank you. Very good job. Did you learn something today? Good. Nicholas, I'm going to have you go pick up all your papers so Miss Stone doesn't have to do it. Now would be the perfect time to take care of that problem. And everybody take your notebook, go stack it like this up and down, and you can go to typing.
Typing. Yes, I will.
Emily, we will get to your problem.
Mr. Gardner, they take their backpacks and put them on the table or leave them in?
They put them on the table, it'd be nice, but maybe tomorrow we'll talk to them about it.
Okay.
They got it. They got it. I removed this one and I beat it.